find... No. There we go. Running over things. Hello! You are. But you are a mess. Jesus. Okay. Let's see here. I don't want to move you around too much right now. Let's see how much charge you have. Okay. The question is, what do I want to fix on you first? Probably your nose, if anything. Question is how, though? How do I want to fix your nose? I have temporarily taken the boy apart. We're doing some maintenance. That might work, maybe. I want to keep him from going cross-eyed. His LED panel is very loose, which is the main issue here, and it just kept straight up falling over. He has some issues. He is a mess. I temporarily stole some of your items. What do you mean? So yeah, anyway, we're doing maintenance on Cyber. I've taken off his face so we can repair the inside of him. Some glue sticks and whatnot. I knew it! Where is my EVA? It's in here somewhere. Is this thick enough? No. Where's my thicker stuff? Where'd it go? Hold on. Is it down here? It is! I knew it would be down here. Need the thick thing. Okay. So the first thing I'm gonna do is give him a support right in the center of his face, basically. So that he doesn't go cross-eyed anymore, like he did originally. And also secure down his LED panels a lot more. I'm wondering if I should put more cushioning on him too, I'm not sure. There's only so much you can do to make a Protogen comfy. These guys are they're just not comfy at all. Does not matter what you do, really. Okay. There's no avoiding. Welcome back. I wonder if I can just like stick a piece of EVA right in between your nose and your mouth panel. I don't really see out of the front anyway, because he's a mess of wires in the front. So I feel like it wouldn't harm to just block up that hole in the front there. Which is right there, so I'm gonna like stick something here. That's what the inside of him looks like, by the way. He's quite literally a mess of wires. This is his visor. I've taken it off temporarily. I might potentially be redoing his rim a little bit. Mostly just because it's covered in glue, and that's just not ethical. Cool grab mask. What's... Hello, Butter. But yeah, he is needing to get... I need to fix his face, is the main thing here. This is a mask. Here, I'll turn him on and off again for you. Beep beep. So his visor will go on, basically like, it goes over top of all of that. It will not look that bad, don't worry, but we'll fix that later. First things first is fixing his paneling, so I can get it secured in place, finally. After it flopping around for almost 3 years. It's about time I fix it. That was easy. Alright, there we go. Perfect triangle. Not a mantle beast. Oh, I do have plans for a mantle beast named Prismatic. There are plans to make a pre-made mantle beast. Also, mantle beasts are not a new species. They've been around for a while. The question is, how do I want to glue you in? Just secure it like that. Will that work? It might. I might do that, honestly. If it works, it works. This part won't really be visible, so it's fine. At least not to an extent that I'm worried about. Hello, Clover! Yeah, Prismatic will be a very long in the future project. So do not be expecting anything on a mantle beast soon. But there are plans. Yeah. I'm gonna redo his rim right here. It's just covered in glue. Because I did have to re-secure his visor to his face like twice as of recently. It's just fallen off. And that's not good. So I'm just gonna remake it, repaint it, attach a new one. Might as well. There we go. Wait, I thought Cyber was the girl. So Cyber's character, Me, as in CyberError, I am female. Cyber as a character is either labeled as gender neutral or as male. Which I know is hella confusing, I'm sorry. That's better, there we go. See if I can try and get that even a little bit more even, if possible. The more even I get it, the happier I will be. Could we have flags? What do you mean exactly? What? See if I can maybe rip out some of this glue. He was a mess. God. There are plans to remake Cyber's entire head eventually, again. One of my friends might potentially be remaking Cyber's LED matrix panel, and it's gonna have his proper face on it. People who do not know, Cyber has 4 sets of eyes. He's meant to have another eye right here. Pride flags? Oh, lesbian. Yeah. So he's gonna potentially not only be getting a blinking animation, a second set of eyes, and maybe, not sure yet, I might get mouth tracking on him so that he can speak. We're not entirely sure on that yet. It would make me so unbelievably happy if it could happen, though. But a friend of mine is going to be hopefully remaking his paneling, or at least reprogramming him. We'll keep his old visor, even though it's scratched up, but I still love it. Mind you, buying these things pre-made is $125. Just this thing right here. Getting these pre-made, that's how expensive these things are. Which is one of the reasons why Cyber was almost $2,000 in materials to make. This piece of plastic alone was $125. Just this piece. Hello! But yeah, I'm excited to get to make another version of Cyber. This is the 6th variation of him that has existed so far. It's also gonna give me an opportunity to finally fix his neck. Something that it's hard to see unless I'm wearing him, but his neck does not sit properly on my head. It's like on my shoulders. It's just wonky. It's not very nice. It doesn't look good. So yeah. I don't care much about the messy wiring. That doesn't bother me. But yeah, now his face is even. This is the derpiest way you can look at a protogen. Is like that. Hello. Alright. Let's secure. What else do I want to put in here? I might remake his stabilization on the side. Just to have it on there. Where did my EVA go? You love Persians, these are my favorite suits. Thank you. Yeah, they are the most uncomfortable and most complex and most expensive ones as well. I do not recommend having a Persian as your first fursuit. Whether you're making the fursuit or not, I don't recommend them as a beginner for anyone who wants to own or make a fursuit. Don't do it. This is coming from someone who did indeed make a protogen as their first persona. Take it from me. It wasn't a good idea. Can I cut that out? I tried to cut these out earlier. He's got this just like chunk of random stuff on the inside of him. It's not very nice. I don't want to cut his fur. Let's see if I can cut this off. Surgery. I get it? There it goes. God, he's so messy, dude. Oh my god. Hello! We got a lot of new people at the beginning today. I might clean up his wiring a little bit. I'm not sure yet, though. That's a big maybe. No, I don't want to raise him up more. That's a little too high. No, shoot, where'd it go? I'm gonna get rid of these middle supports. Like I said, there's a bunch. When I say there's a bunch of junk on the inside of him, I mean it. It's not pretty. He's a mess of glue and nothing but glue. Do you plan on going to any conventions anytime soon? Yes, I am heading to Denver this August. I think you should have done the. I don't have a 3D printer, nor one good enough to do this. I would love to do a 3D print for his next head base. I'm planning to do a 3D printed rim for him on his next variation, definitely. I just have not had the ability to do so previously. The EVA definitely works. It's just, it has its ups and downs. This guy, Cyber's visor is also not magnetically attached either, which is on purpose. His next one might be, not sure yet if I want to do that or not. God, come on. Oh, there it goes. Alright, let's get rid of that. Lucky I've always wanted to go there, but the only convention I can go to is KitstenCon. Hello, Isabella. Alright, let's cut this down too. How do I want to do this? Get back here. No. That might work. That's stable. Maybe. That might work. Oh, I've never seen a Progen be built, by the way. Yeah, we're not exactly building him, we're more of doing maintenance. Also, hello everyone. Hello, Kiko. Oh god, did we have a hater? What? Did I miss something? I'm a huge fan. I have a bunch of Therians on my page. I'm not a Therian. I found that interesting. I've had people think I'm a Therian, which I also find odd, as a fursuit mask and a Therian mask are very different. Especially one like this. There's so many Therians here, and I myself are a Therian. Hello, hi. Before I do that, I'm gonna mess with the front of his face a little more. Come here. I want to bring his paneling a little closer together here. Let's see. That might work better. Cyber, how do you breathe in all those wires, especially with the fur and electronics? So Cyber has a built-in fan, and he's got ventilation on him. That's how. His full suit on his body also has installed cooling packs that I can take out and refreeze if needed. So that's how I don't die while wearing him. I'm not planning to die. Safety first. Thought they were a bit more simple. What was? Fursuit making? Fursuit making is not a simple craft. In the slightest. At least to do it properly. Is his face even? Yeah, okay. Even enough. It'll work. Should just be able to glue that in there then. If I hold him down. I have a fully furred dino mask and it gets really... Can I say... who? What? And suits, I mean. I know suits are like a mix of sculpture, design, sewing, and character design. Protogens are probably probably some of the more complex fursuits, for several reasons, obviously. Yeah, fursuit making is a big thing between, like, 3D modeling, both physically and digitally, pattern making, character design, sewing, gluing, shaving is another one. That's a whole different thing on its own, weirdly enough. Hello! How long have you been working on the mask? This mask was done years ago. I'm just doing some maintenance. I've been doing fursuit work for about 5 to 6 years, though. But yeah, this mask was made a long time ago. He's been long since finished. I just want to update him and fix some parts on him. There we go. Let's see how your mask fits back on. Let's slide that back in there. Pull your hood forwards. He still fits, definitely. Yeah, I'm gonna probably redo his rim. Is that Nick from Zootopia? This is a robot. I think you got your species wrong. Like, really wrong. Alright, yeah, I'm redoing his room. It's gonna involve some painting, but it's fine. He's just, like, too big, if that makes sense. I have to cut his rim off entirely. It's just fine. It's just gonna be annoying. This is what I mean by this guy is covered in glue. There's so much glue on him. Which is one of the reasons why his visor was no longer sticking where it was supposed to. Thank you. Who are you? Thank you, Noodles. Okay, come on. Okay, let me put this back on so I can see. Come on. Move all the way back. It go in? There it goes. Yeah. There, okay. He's not gonna want, his visor's not gonna want to stay on, but I'm gonna force it. Hello, Lance. Hello, class. Hello. On the good side, all that glue makes the foam more durable. Probably now is that it's more durable to scissors. No, the issue is with all that glue, the visor won't stick to the face. It keeps falling off. Hello, Ash. Hello, Hazel. Yeah, I can just rip this off, can't I? Yep. It's mostly. I'm not gonna cut it all the way off. Just enough. Come on. There it goes. It's one side off. It's like, this is what I mean. Look at all of the glue that was attaching his visor. It just, I was at the Comic-Con yesterday, and I'm currently making my own pony cosplay for next time. Hello! Am I a furry? You can use your context clues for that one. Come on. Yeah. I'll turn him off for right now. His battery pack's about to die anyway. It's fine. We don't need to have him on. Even though he looks cooler when he's on. Yeah, I'm definitely not a furry, man. I don't even know. It's almost like fursuit making is my job. That's wild to think, though. Come off. There we go. There we go. Alright. In the trash with you. Good hi. I was a little tiger at den first. I got a blue. Oh my gosh! If you're who I think you are, hi! Congrats on a new suit. Fact, you don't need a fursuit to be a furry. I do also sell my work. This guy is not for sale though. He's a personal guy. He's my personal child. Okay. Don't want to cut your fur. There we go. You'll have a really funny angle. That looks really nice. Thank you. Alright, how do we get you to stay is the question. Not continue to fall off. That is the current challenge here. I don't trust him to stay. Okay. Thank you. I'm doing good. We're doing some heavy maintenance on my child over here. Here, I'll turn him back on for a second. My battery's dead for him though, so we'll see how much charge he's got left. Not much. Definitely not much. This is CyberError. He is a very old character. He's existed a very long time. Okay, the real question is, why are you not staying? This should work. I just have to force him down. It's gonna be annoying to do though. I gotta force you in place, I will. That is what has to be done for you to stay in place. And that is what I will do. I'm going to have to hold him there until he dries though. I'm in my work studio right now. Your hair is in the way. Me holding glue drying is very entertaining, I know. How long has this live been going for? Like 45 minutes. Not that long. Hello. I don't want your hair in the glue. My God. Stay. I can glue you down. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing. I'm still just holding him down until he dries. I can't even read my chat from here. Ugh. Okay. How do I want to do the rest of this? I might secure it on that side with like EVA or something. Hello, Internet. You can see my reflection? Yeah. Actually, even better, I might put one there. Just to hide up all that glue. Or at least try to. I might not paint this part, just so that I can keep it as is. Thank you! Thank you. I'm glad you like him. He looks like a mess right now. You guys, you can see his LED paneling. That'll be covered up, but we're making him look ever so slightly nicer at the moment. I gotta get him and parts of his body ready for Denver. Stuff that I gotta do is fix his legs mostly. His armor is next to me, by the way. This is his chest plate, if you're wondering. He is a full bodysuit, so there's part of him. His wings have about 200 individual pieces to them. He's a pain in the ass to go anywhere with. I bet you can imagine how awful it is to fly and travel with this guy. His tail is also absolutely massive. Yeah, the next version of Cyber is definitely gonna have a 3D printed rim. Yeah, that should work. That looks nice. Nicer. Hello. Untji. Is that how you say your name? I think. Hello, welcome. Please don't spread religious stuff in here. Thank you. Let's do the other side. Whoa! Don't want to drop this when there's hot glue on it. Let's do the same thing we did on the other side. To this side. I'll flip him around in a second so you can see what I was doing. The goal here is just to have like as much support on his visor to the rim, be as strong of a connection as possible. Because I do not want this thing coming off. Ever. God. Glue strings. All of this will be covered up. You won't see any of this stuff on the rim. When we put the actual rim cover back on, aka make a new one. Hello! If you're asking me, Linda, yes. He looks cleaner, definitely. We have some progress going here. There's definitely some improvement to the absolute diabolical mess he was previously. He is still not comfortable to wear, but I can get by that. Okay. Time to pattern a new rim for you. How do I want to do this? Is the question. I want to go around the underside to the middle of your visor. Should be about there. That should work. Okay. My patience died. I can't watch live streams because I get bored no matter what it is. Fair enough. Yeah, he's definitely better. His next variation will be a lot nicer because, again, the moment I get a 3D printed rim, he will look so much nicer. gonna quickly draw up a new rim design for him, just for like the bottom section. It's gonna be a little thicker, but that's fine. We can deal with that. Just see how that fits. Okay, it's not long enough. Let's get a lot longer. Thought that it seemed pretty short. Let's try that. Hi, Ash. He's not dead. He's getting maintenance. I'm fixing him. He's not dead. Why do people keep saying this? What does that mean? This what? Let's try that. Okay, so now it's too long. Fold it back a little bit. Too short. Lovely process of trial and error. Better. Still gotta go thicker though. Hello, I'm doing good. Also, hello, totally not a furry. I promise I won't tell anyone. Yeah, I'm gonna make it thicker. This is why we do trial and error. Because sometimes things just aren't like how you want them to be. Which is fine. Where'd my paper go? I had extra paper over here. Let's see. How much thicker do I want to make him is the real question. Not by much. It's a lot thicker. We'll see. Can always trim it down. I'd rather it be thicker than thinner. work? Does that look good? Do we like it thick? I don't know. Keep it thicker, or do we go thinner? I'm kind of liking the thicker. It's not bad. Alright, that should work. We'll do thicker. Let's see how it goes. Hello! Alright, what was the original thickness for him? Did I use this? No. That's way too thin. Yeah. I have to go digging again. Give me a second. Alright, this is thicker. Is that the right thickness? Yeah, that'll work. Alright. Let's trace you out. Have to go into the scrap bin. This is why you always keep your scraps. You never know. You might need them later on. Just trace this out. See how that fits. If it fits properly, then we can paint it and glue it on. One thing we could do, we're not drawing today, we are crafting. Do you guys think I could paint his rim gold here if we want to? Like what's on the top of his head? I could paint this gold. His bottom rim won't be gold, but I could paint this part gold just like for funsies. Thank you. And Cyber has not been shown very much recently. Mostly because I've been needing to fix him. So now we have a stream of me fixing him. If you guys want a stream of me fixing the rest of his body, I can do that too. Also, hello Gizmo. Alright. Let's see how that looks. Let me turn him back on real quick. Let's see how this lines up with his face on. I don't want to like block out parts of his face. Let's hope I've got enough charge left. Yeah, he does have some excess on the bottom there, but I'm gonna probably paint it, glue it on, and then cut that off and then cut it off after. It'll just be easier to do so. He's a little uneven on his other side though. I don't know why it's not lining up as it's supposed to. I can cut it, but like, I don't know why that is. Did that work? That's better. There we go. That looks a lot nicer on him. He's a bit chunky, but we can deal with chunky. I can deal with chunky. God, your poor visor is so scratched up. Alright, now we get to paint. It's painting time. I sound beautiful? Thank you. Okay. Where do I store this paint? This is the paint used on him, by the way, if anyone's wondering. It's a very specific foam paint that I use for EVA. As if you've ever painted EVA before, you would know that normal acrylic quite literally seeps into this stuff like an actual sponge. So you need something like this. It's a lot more thicker and dense that will stay on top. A few coats of this will usually do it. Yeah. I've got his gold as well in 2 different brands. I've got Folk Art, who's great for cosplay, by the way, if anyone want to use that. And then we've got FX again in a more of a copper tone. Very nice paints, though. I recommend this brand for anyone wanting to get into cosplay work or fursuit work with the EVA. I recommend this stuff. It comes in a bunch of colors, but I usually use it for armor. Hello! How much of this I got? Oh, I got plenty. It's gonna take a few coats, but that's fine. Use a thicker paintbrush. I had some paintbrushes somewhere that I like just got. Where did they go? Over here? These ones? No. Where did I put those? There we go. Found them. You want to do this stuff in some pretty thick coats for your best result. It has a very funky smell to it, is something you realize pretty quickly too. Not like a bad smell, it's just like funky. That paint smell. It's annoying. This foam is warped already, which I technically did to it, but oh well. One thing you do want to know with this paint, however, is that it does not like to stick over top of hot glue. So this is like the kind of thing that you want to make sure that when you're doing it, it's either A, before you, like after you've glued something down, or the part that needs to be glued down does not have paint on it. Because this stuff will make it really annoyingly hard to keep stuff stayed, like, glued down. I learned that the hard way multiple times. Okay. Right there. Alright, I'm gonna use a smaller little brush for painting his rim. Hello, what are we making? We are working on this guy. Alright, I'm gonna probably use the copper on him. Yeah. Come here. Let's lift up your hair here. Alright, I gotta be like hella careful with this part. Thank you. It's about time I gave him a new coat of paint in some areas, honestly. He was also very rushed when I was painting him the first time around, so I can blame myself on that one. You guys are not going to be getting, like, any sneak peeks of what his new concept design is, though, for his new suit. That's being stayed a secret. Mostly because I don't know if I've confirmed it yet, if I want to do it or not, but there's plans. You guys just don't get to see them yet. There we go. Let's see what that looks like with this on. Does that look good? It's not bad. I kind of like that with the gold. Not a bad look. It's not too bad. Thank you. You sound like Bang Chen from K-pop Stray Kids. Who is that? Who the hell is that? Let's do the other side. Try my best to avoid getting paint on your fur, because I will cry otherwise. Cutely snatches? No! My $2,000 fursuit. I actually would love to calculate how much CyberError would be if I were to sell him. It's a question that I've been asked before. Also, on top of the fact that a lot of people think that I bought him. I did not. He was made entirely by me. But just out of straight curiosity, if I were to auction him off, I would love to try and just like one day calculate the price of how expensive he would actually be if I were to sell him. Hello, Scott. Hello, Potato Queen. That is my new favorite username of the stream so far. Slowly painting the edges here. You're welcome. I had potatoes this morning. Sometimes we get some really good, funny usernames. So if any of you guys are wondering what Cyber's marking looks like, that's what it looks like there. That's what his markings look like. Also, there's an update on Shrimp, by the way. And the commission back there. You can't see him very well, but he's right there. Oh my god, another potatoes! Do I make candy because I do not. However, I have been gifted an unbelievable amount of candy and rubber band bracelets. Mostly just like at conventions. And it is actually for that exact reason that this guy has built-in pockets in his bodysuit so that I can keep all of the trinkets people give me. Because I lose them and I feel so bad about it. I've been given a bunch of funny little trinkets at cons though. I always love when people give me trinkets. Let's do a little more on the other side. Just a little more touch-up. What fandoms am I in? Oh god, well, I'm a furry. I'm a fursuit maker. Nothing new there. Especially if you've been watching the stream for a few seconds now. You can probably already guess. MXTX, I'm in that, if anyone knows what that is. If you are not at least 16 plus years of age, please do not look it up for your safety. And also so your mom doesn't yell at you. God. I don't know if Demon Slayer counts. I'm not really much into the fandom, I just like the anime. The artist overall community, I don't know if that counts. Maybe, I don't know. Let me turn me more this way. The only reason I'm not watching The Amazing Digital Circus is because the fandom around it has pissed me off to such extent that I'm refusing to watch it. I have never met people more brain rotted. I swear to God. They compare everything to it. Like, oh, it has some similar colors. Does it mean it's inspired by this thing from the Amazing Digital Circus? Oh my gosh, that looks like this thing from the Amazing Digital Circus. Hey, your thing that you made shares like maybe one single similarity to this thing from the Amazing Digital Circus. I've never wanted to punch someone more, dude. It pisses me off. And it's almost always been, every single time my work has been compared or asked if it was inspired by some things, as of recently, it's all been the Amazing Digital Circus and people asking if I got inspired by the Amazing Digital Circus. Like, no. It's actually an entirely original concept design that I spent hours creating. And you just can't seem to understand that, apparently. You sound like my friend, but her house is way too chaotic, so you can't be her. It's not been about the rabbit, actually. It's been about the abstraction thing. Whatever the hell that is. That looks like a glitched TV screen. Or like, have you ever seen the, like, if you ever go into like a bowling alley and you look at like a bowling alley carpet or like an arcade carpet, it looks like that. Or it's just like your average weird core eye thing. It's nothing new. But the amount of times my work, one of my more like recent pieces of work has been compared to it, I'm never watching it now because of those people. Nope. Hello, Dakota. I gotta go wash my brush. Okay. This is probably dry enough now that I can put a second coat on it. Hopefully. Hello! They're gonna release the final episode in theaters? Interesting. They didn't listen to Vocaloids. Not really. I mean, I personally don't. Not that much. It's not my thing. They watch Hazbin Hotel. No. I know Vivzy. I know Vivzy from her much older work. I never watched Hazbin Hotel. I watched, like, the first few episodes of that other one she released, I cannot remember the name, like, when it first came out, and I just kinda got bored of it and I never continued watching it. Probably never will, because now there's disgusting controversy about her, as always. The moment someone gets popular and then someone gets leaked about it, and like, oh my gosh, and everyone loses their minds. Hello. I just have to wait for it to dry now, which is annoying. Okay. Now we gotta wait for it to dry. Must have been the wind. Welcome back! Actually, I do have something we can do while we wait for it to dry. Might as well do it now. I'm gonna have to move you very carefully. Alright, we have to do some brushing, which I know is very funny. Basically, I just have to brush these out so I can make hair. My hair in the morning. Yeah. If y'all ever wonder how they make, like, the fancy, like, hair tufts for, like, anime-esque fursuits, there you go. That's how. That's how you do it. It's that easy. If you're wondering how you make, like, proper tufts of fur / hair. I love how this is the conversation of topic. What we making? Hair, currently. We were working on one fursuit, and now I'm working on stuff for a commission of another fursuit. While I wait for something on previous fursuit to dry. Because I just painted it. So we might as well work on another thing while we wait. Hair. What type of fur are you using at the moment? It's just faux fur. Nothing special. Actually, that's a lie. This fur in particular is a little special. I'll show you why. Never mind, I can't show you, I don't know where it is. However, this fur glows in the dark. That's what's so special about it. I don't have my black light. I don't know where it went. But yeah, that's what it does. Yep. What animal? This guy is a dragon. He's back here in the... I can't see him very well. He's back here. This is Soldier. He is a fire dragon. His tongue is removable. I can also put it farther up front in his mouth so he can... bleh. He's got ear ventilation as well, so he can hear properly, and also better ventilation in general is always nice, so... back in there. He's got fun little like scale details on his neck. He's got cheek fluff. So all of this red and orange and yellow fur, all of this glows in the dark. So he's got like lava on him was the intention. Can make him bald. His tail is over there. This goes on his tail. So that's what you're not seeing. So yeah. That's Shrimp over there. His nose is pickable, so I can stick my fingers all the way in there. His paws are over there. He's got a massive tail, so very long. Yes, it is. So I am a full-time commissioned fursuit maker. So this is quite literally what I do. This is my thing. I do this for a living. All my personal suits? So this belongs to Shrimp. Shrimp is this guy over here. That is also Shrimp. That's his old version. This is for a pre-made, so this guy's gonna get sold when I finish him. Very pretty teeth. I love how his teeth look. This tail goes to my skull dog, who's over here. This is Lycan. Lycan you do not see very often. This is Aztec. Aztec is a super old suit, and you will never see them again. All of his mushrooms are hand sculpted and painted. Lycan's really cute. He's gonna fall over. Then of course we have CyberError, the boy himself, who's currently drying. I've flicked his hair back. Some of my bodysuits are in this room, which is also a mess. This is Shrimp. This is more of Shrimp's bodysuit. This is Cyber's bodysuit on the goddamn floor. This is also part of Cyber's bodysuit. Him and his massive, super detailed wings. Cyber's tail is in this over here with all of his 300 plus spots. These are hooves. These belong to Lycan. This on the floor is a commission. This is a massive dragon plushie that I am making currently. Commission stuff. That belongs to Soldier. There you go. Blech. Why do you skin them alive? Skin what alive? What are we skinning? What? The fursuit? None of them have been skinned alive. What do you mean? I need more context here to what you're thinking is happening. Can you have one? Not for free. I do take commissions, though. I do make these for people. As in, this guy is quite literally a commission, so... Guys, did you kill animals for the heads? Does this look like a goddamn real animal? Tell me. Does this look real to you? Does this look real to you? That's not real. That's plastic. If you want to see a real dead animal, there you go. That's a canine skull, not a deer skull. Good guess, though. It's very clearly not real. Obviously not. I would never use real animal product. I don't have a deer. Lichen is a canine, not a deer. Who the heck is Mellow Bear? I don't know who that is. Hamburger? Yes. Yes, it is a Manokit. He looks very funny right now. Hello. Okay, I have no idea who that is. I was never a Warrior Cats kid. Nice. This is a remake of his previous head, because he desperately needed a remake. I think you need a new brush? No, this one works fine. Works just as it's intended to. What do you need help with? And how on earth am I supposed to help you? No, they're supposed to be like that. All of them are like that. I was making a scratching sound. That's why. Welcome back. we're working on a fursuit. Just at least part of a fursuit, part of the tail. So yeah. So I had to do that to all of the individual pieces of hair on this back of this guy's head. He's got about 28 individual strands of hair just on his fursuit head alone. There's a lot. He took forever. Extra fuzz. But yeah, so this is gonna go on the top of his tail when I finish making it. Alright, move you back. Alright, let's finish this guy up. Can move your hair back. Let's finish up Cyber. Final parts. My dad said I can't have any texting apps, and I can't without my long distance friend. Aw. How much money do your commissions cost? It is very dependent on what you're commissioning me for. Debating if I should watch it on how to make a cuff or stay with you. Yes, what is your question? Alright. Should be dry by now. Dry enough, hopefully. And yet also somehow still wet. What? How? How? Actually, how? That's impressive. How is it still somewhat wet? Do not bring religious talk into here, please. Oh, I answered it? Oh, okay. I can give you exact pricing on stuff if you're interested as well. How much money would, say, a tortoiseshell cat with a few scars on teeth? Like just a head? You're stalking me? You're welcome to the group. Many of my long-term followers and people who have been in the live multiple times also like to stalk me through my walls. I do not know how they're in there, but they are. So the tail. So my heads start at about $500. Tails of that size would be another $150. With multiple colors, you would probably be looking at about $800 total. Would that be what I'd estimate you without paws? Hello, Saturn. Time to start saving. Yep. Please keep in mind that you do need to be 18 plus years of age and live in the US to commission me. Or have a destination in the US that your commission can be shipped to. I cannot ship overseas to you. Keep that in mind. I have made 12 heads in my lifetime of being a fursuit maker. Probably more, actually, at this point. Actually, wait. 14, never mind. My god, can you dry, please? It should not be taking this long. Did I layer it too much? Give it a little more time. Yes, the mask is fully LED'd. Trying to sell a Therian mask, nice. I want to make a half animal mask, just like for funsies. This is like something to do as a side quest project. So this chick says about $29. I do have a battery and everything for him. It's sitting right here. His battery's almost dead though, so we're not gonna do much with his face on right now. Aww, that's sad. We just silently wait for this goddamn piece of EVA to dry so that I can put it on his suit. The gold is dry, so that's good. Wait. I'm very proud of how well his wings look. They're very nice. Him and his 200 plus piece wings. What species is he? CyberError is a protogen. He is a full body suit as well. He's got everything, armor and all. Can't find your pencil, that's real. We're waiting on paint to dry. What do you mean watching paint dry is not the most entertaining thing ever? Look at it. Look at it dry. Thank you. He's a bit messy right now. This is gonna get covered up. You won't see this in a second. I've used EVA foam and tried to hot glue it to another piece, and it's so hard to put this together. Not at all. Yeah, see? You love watching paint dry. I don't know what you're talking about. Dude, this guy's entire piece of armor, his entire set of armor, is all done with hot glue and EVA. Every single bit of him. It's not at all hard to stick it together. Using barge cement, however, is a whole nother story. I might attempt barge cement when I remake his armor someday. Years of practice. I've been doing this for about 5 to 6 years now. Okay, I think we're good. Let's see. Okay. I think we are good. I'll get your battery in the way. Do I go to furry conventions? A bunch. I go to them yearly. Wait, does he make faces when you click buttons? He is not that advanced of programming, unfortunately. As I did not program him, because that is, I can't program, dude. I can't. It's not my thing. I do all the other stuff. He has a quick loading screen and a single face. That's all he does. The foam I use is like the big white kind that's fat and has a bunch of tiny holes and it just sucks up the glue. What do you mean? I'm like curious now. Do I like eating hot glue? Yes. It's my favorite snack. Is my real name Heaven? Definitely not. Nowhere close. Just found 10 markers under your desk that's real. Please don't call me dude. Dude is a neutral term here, man. I say that as like, if you're a girl or a boy, I will say this to you. It's neutral. In the context I use it in, it's neutral. Yeah, he's almost there. Okay, now for the scary part. No! Favorite side of Mid so far? Honestly, Cyber. He is my baby. He is my child. You're welcome is what that means. Welcome back. Gotta hold it down again. Hello! Hello, Any Grapes. It's a good name. I should clean my hot glue gun? Yeah, probably. I know it's crusty. That's the outcome of being a fursuit maker. It's inevitable. It's one of the 3 hot glue guns I own. Hello, England. I've gone through many hot glue guns. None of the ones I have are, like, brand new. But they're also not very old either. My mom says first main people are kidnappers. That is probably the wildest, like, false accusation I've heard about furries in a hot minute. Damn. That's a new one. I've not heard that one yet. We're making a fursuit. Or at least fixing my fursuit. I'll turn on his face in a minute. I'll turn his LEDs back on. Just gotta glue this down, and then we can see what he finally looks like. Yeah. I gotta continue working on commissions after this. I'm gonna make money. There's no goddamn way this is still wet. Are you kidding me? How? It's not like super wet, but still. What? Can I see my face? It's not much to look at. And now you can see it in the reflection. Dude, leave my crusty hot glue gun alone. It still works perfectly fine. It's the downside of you being a fursuit maker. It's all fur fiber. I take it off in chunks every once in a while. It's impossible to get it, like, perfectly fully clean, but it's been dirtier. I will say that. It's been worse. One time you burnt yourself, I had a hot glue gun explode on me twice. I've had that happen to me twice. I do not know why. I don't know what caused either of them to do so, and I will probably never figure it out. But that did happen. So you'll put everything into this fursuit? Well, I mean, he is my personal suit. He was about $2,000 in just material cost for his entire full suit and everything. Wanna go inside the fursuit? I can put you inside there. I'll put you in there. Alright, I need to get. We got a little bit more painting to do, and then he shall be complete. I don't know how much left of this I have, so let's find out. Is there enough in there? Probably. Oh god, it has to be reactivated. Goodness! That is liquidy. I made this guy's head in about he took about 7 hours total. His head did. When I first made it. Mind you, this suit was this guy's head was made like 2 years ago. He's been long since finished. I just wanted to update him a little bit and do some maintenance on him. His full entire bodysuit took about 5 months. His entire suit took about like 5 months total. I want to say around that. There we go. Okay. Bro, how long are you gonna finish? He'll be, I gotta wait for the paint to dry again, I'm sorry. I have to hold him up with something so that he doesn't fall over while he's drawing. There we go. I'll be back, give me a second. I'll be back. Oh my gosh. I wish I had like a blow dryer or something to like dry him faster. I don't. Or anything that would emit such a thing. Also, hello. You'll see him in a second. Just give it a second. I will reveal him in a moment. I know the suspense is killing you. Alright. Here you go. Lift him up. Turn you guys this way. I can hold you properly. Come here. I can pick up my phone. There we go. Him in all of his individual little spots on his... I gotta brush him out, but he's got all these little spot details. He's got his big old mohawk. More spots. There's the inside of him. There you go. Protogen completed. Alright, I'm gonna probably end the stream here, because I got other stuff I still gotta work on today. I will try my best to stream tomorrow as well. I usually stream on the weekends, so... There he is. Mostly fixed, to an extent that I like him. I gotta continue working on other stuff today, too. I'll stream tomorrow, okay? I stream at 1:30 Mountain Time every weekend. Or at least try to. I will be back tomorrow! I'll see you all later, though. My phone is also, like, on the verge of dying, so either the stream ends because I end it, or my phone dies and it also ends it. Bye-bye, everyone! I will see you tomorrow!